Maybe this contains spoilers, you never know. Sometimes we wonder how certain characters keep surviving, and Yellowstone fans are now questioning Walker's longevity on the show. Is Halo already a franchise? And did we really think it was the end of Dexter? There's much that we want to catch up on, so make sure to make it to the end of the video so you don't miss out. Let's go. First up, we have Yellowstone fans are questioning Walker's longevity on the show. You can say a lot of things about Yellowstone's Walker, who is portrayed by Ryan Bingham, but the one thing you can be absolutely sure of is the fact that he has a tendency to rub people the wrong way. He's clashed with multiple characters now, in some way, shape, or form, including a fellow ranch hand Lloyd, who is portrayed by Forey J. Smith. Lloyd and his supervisor Rip Wheeler, as portrayed by Cole Hauser, are easily two of the most dangerous people to mess with in the entire Yellowstone franchise. Something that also doesn't work in Walker's favor is the fact that he has a fairly close relationship with Rip's wife, Beth Dutton, who is portrayed by Kelly Riley. It's starting to become so clear that it might be the reason for some serious trouble that fans have started to be vocal about how they'd feel if there was a real romance between the two, even if it were a brief one. All of which to say, how is he still alive? Even if he has shown his humanity a few times now, there seems to be a lot of forces against him, and he obviously has a problem with figures of authority. Fans say, shouldn't he be dead? But others have suggested potential reasons for Walker's apparent plot protection, ranging from Casey's protection, who is played by Luke Grimes, to his important prison background, which still has the potential to reveal surprises. What do you think about it? Next up, Paramount views the Halo series as a franchise. That Paramount has high hopes for Halo was a known fact, given how the network renewed the new series for a second season even before the first one had aired. But it seems like the plans are much grander than that still. It took nearly forever to get Halo where it is today. The original vision for the show was for it to be a Showtime series, as a part of a bigger initiative to turn Xbox's games into multimedia productions. It didn't work out, and Halo eventually found its way to the other Paramount-owned service. Halo was received with mixed responses from newcomers and longtime fans alike, but the results seemed to satisfy the people in charge. David Nevins, Chief Content Officer of Scripted Originals of Paramount Plus, noted in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter that he believes that Halo is enormously franchisable, especially given the amount of games in the Xbox exclusive series. It's unclear for now just how big Paramount is thinking for Halo, but it sure sounds like much more than just a second season. And remember the blink and you'll miss it cameos from the Space Marine, which is considered one of the best games in the World Series? Maybe there's a future for a movie there under Paramount? What do you think? And now there is more of Dexter in the future. The Chief Content Officer of Scripted Originals for Paramount is also chairman and CEO of Showtime Networks, and he had something else that sounds very interesting to say in that same interview with The Hollywood Reporter. David Nevins was talking about the current successes and future shows from Paramount-owned networks, but when he was asked about specific Paramount brands and franchises that he would like to develop, Nevins was cautious, especially for one certain dark passenger and a possible new chapter of his story. I don't want to mention things until they are ready. There are a lot of things. What is the future of the Dexter franchise? I am actively working on it. Dexter New Blood was released in November of 2021, and fans were ecstatic about the return of our lovely Dexter Morgan, portrayed by the amazing Michael C. Hall, right until the end. New Blood appeared to signal the end of the franchise, and fans were overwhelmingly disappointed. Hopefully, whatever they've got in store for the future of the Dexter franchise will make up for the pain it caused us at the end there. Don't you dare think of going anywhere but to the next part of the video, because we're far from done. Next, another leading man has been chosen for the adaptation of A Gentleman in Moscow, and it's Ewan McGregor. Paramount Plus is bringing back Confess, Fletch, and Secret Headquarters is breaking records on Paramount Plus. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video to make sure you don't miss a thing. And now, let's get going. Before we get any further, Ewan McGregor has been chosen to lead A Gentleman in Moscow. There has been a change in plans in who will get to represent the Count in A Gentleman in Moscow, an adaptation of the book of the same name by Amor Tolls. Ewan McGregor, who you'll definitely recognize for portraying the one and only Obi-Wan Kenobi, will be replacing Kenneth Branagh. David Nevins broke the news as he was laying out his vision for Paramount Plus's international expansion and talked about creativity at the Edinburgh TV Festival. McGregor has now been tapped to portray Count Alexander Rostov. Rostov finds himself on the wrong side of history, but is spared immediate execution. Instead, the Soviet tribunal banishes him to an attic room in the opulent Hotel Metropole on threat of death if he ever decides to set foot outside again. Years pass, years of Russian history unfolding outside the hotel doors, some of Russia's most tumultuous decades, right there on the other side of Rostov's windows, but he'll have to build a new life for himself inside the hotel walls. And there he will discover the true value of friendship, family, and love. McGregor couldn't be more happy about getting the role and says that it's an amazing, wonderful story. The adaptation of the best-selling novel is set to go into production later this year. Are you going to watch this UK drama series? And now, Paramount is bringing back Confess Fetch starring Jon Hamm. Good news for all the Mad Men and Jon Hamm fans out there. He's finally blessing us with a theatrical release, and it's coming out this year. Maybe you heard the rumor that had been making the rounds on social media that there was a third attempt to bring back the iconic Fletch. Turns out it's not just a rumor. The film is actually happening and scheduled to be released on September 16th, 2022. And we have an amazing new trailer for the movie as well. In the exciting trailer, an unexpected surprise was waiting for all the Mad Men fans out there. Confess Fetch is based on the classic Gregory MacDonald books and is a coming-of-age comedy about Fletch. And Fletch tells very tall tales, otherwise known as lies, throughout the entire movie, and you can't completely trust any of them. But aside from having Jon Hamm in the pivotal role of Erwin M. Fletcher, the trailer also showered off a very handsome John Slattery, who instantly stole the spotlight with his presence. Having this duo back together is sure to excite many fans, especially seeing how they managed to keep the same energy and intensity that they shared in Mad Men. There's just cool tones of comedy infused into it. Are you excited to go see Confess Fetch? And lastly, Secret Headquarters is breaking records on Paramount Plus. The Paramount Plus original Secret Headquarters has officially set a record in Paramount Plus as the most watched original movie in the first 7 days since its release on the platform. Secret Headquarters is about a boy named Charlie and his friends who discovers the headquarters of the world's most powerful superhero buried beneath his home. When villains attack, they have no choice but to defend the headquarters and save the role. Owen Wilson portrays the role of Jack in the highly successful movie. In fact, Paramount Plus is so happy about the reception of Secret Headquarters that Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer of Paramount Streaming released a statement that said that they're thrilled to see audiences have fallen in love with the fun, action-packed adventure. Sadly, the movie is only available to stream exclusively on Paramount Plus in the United States and Canada, so the rest of the world will have to be a little patient to be let in on the fun as well. But Paramount Plus has promised it will be launching into additional international territories where Paramount Plus available. So hopefully it won't be too long before Secret Headquarters won't be secret to everyone else. And that's all we have for now. We think most shows and movies have those characters that somehow don't seem to make sense, just like Yellowstone's Walker. What do you think about those characters on shows that seem like they shouldn't have survived for so many seasons in the first place, but they just won't die? Do you think Walker's life on Yellowstone must soon be coming to an end? Or do you think the showrunners have more exciting plans for him in the future? Let us know in the comments what you think about it, and thanks for watching.